Hey guys, good morning. Thanks for joining the session. Today we are going to discuss about creating templates, configuring the Bootstrap framework, and rendering the model data to the templates, understanding the slug field. Okay. And as part of the health insurance project, so we are actually learning the each and every concept from the Django. So let's focus on the templates. Now I'm going to open the Visual Studio Code, then we can discuss. So in yesterday, we actually let me share. So yeah, in yesterday actually we have done the something about models. We created the models yesterday, right? Something like hospitals and all. Now what I'm going to do, right? Let's focus on the templates today. How to create a template, how to use that, how to bring this database data into the templates, how to configure the Bootstrap. So these are the things we are going to explore it. So let me go on to the coding part. Here we created the models. There are two models we created. So one is the hospital, another one is the hospital type. So the hospital category, this is the field, which is the foreign key to this hospital type, right? So this is the relationship. Here foreign key relationship is there between these two tables, right? So what I'm going to do, right? I want to show this hospital data from the front end part. Okay, so let me increase the font size, then you can understand much better way. Yeah. So if you look at this in yesterday settings.py, we actually configured the templates, right? If you look at line number 61, we already added this templates folder to tell to the Django. Here we are keeping all the HTML or Bootstrap information, right? So this is the templates folder under the base app. So we already created the base app here. In the base app, we created the templates. In the templates folder, we are actually keeping all the HTML pages, right? So in the base.html, we already copied some code and we are showing it now. So let me go and run the code and we will change the complete look of the page. So what I will do, right? So conda deactivate. So this one and Python, I mean cd space HIC is the folder name. I'm moving to there and Python 3 manage.py and run server, right? So you just enter here and go to the page of the application. Here I have the hello world. I want to change this one to the, the menu I want to change. Let's go to the Bootstrap, okay? So Bootstrap and Navbar or something like this. You just click on the Navbar, go to this Bootstrap official website. We have here many navbars. You can select any one data and we'll use that same navbar in our project. Okay. So what I'm going to do, right, I'm going to use this code. I'm just copying this code. This is the navbar. So what I will do, right, I'll go to the code and I will add this navbar below, this H1 tag. So just simply add this one, just save it and go to the page of our website and refresh it and you see this, there is a nav bar here, right? And also like I want to change this one to the different way, like I want to bring into the container, so we can put this one as div class and container. Okay, this is a little HTML and just we are showing the page. So this is the nav bar. So under the nav bar, so after the nav bar we are just keeping this one. Now, if you go to the page here and refresh, the navbar is coming in the middle. So what I will do, right, I will keep this container not here. I don't want container, navbar should be in container. So I will keep this one is outside. Then hello world, I will keep inside this container. This is a better way, right? So we have navbar code here. And after that div class, inside the div class, hello world, this is the container. If I, let me save this file first, then go to the refresh the page. This is what we have. So what I will do, right, guys, I will change this background color, or also you can change it. So if you want to change the background color, it's very simple. Here actually light is there, we can go and use the dark. Okay, and this is also dark, you can try to use both dark and refresh the page. You can see this is the navbar, which is the menu is showing in the different color. Even if you want to increase the font size, we can increase the font size, but right now I'm not investing time on the font size. Let's keep it here. So instead of this home, what I will do, right, I don't want the home here, I'm going to delete it. So just you can keep it as the features here is the hospitals. So we are going to create, already we created the hospital information. Next one is the patient's information. Okay, so after that I will create this one also. I don't want, I'll take one this list. I'm going to copy it and paste it again. So I'm creating one more what I can say data here. Hospitals, patients. If you look at this healthcare insurance domain, this is what we are creating it. We have hospitals. We already created the hospitals here, but we are going to create patients. Also, we are going to create insurance companies and the claims. So what I'm going to do, right? I will keep it here the insurance companies. So yeah, insurance companies. And also what I can do, right, I'm going to create something like staff or anything which is related to this one. So let me create one more list here. Just keep this list here. This one is for the like staff. Okay, so I'm going to refresh this page in the here. Basically, you can see there is hospitals, patients, insurance companies, staff. We created the header. Now what I will do, right, again, guys. So here I want to make this color is different color, and say that text and this one is the white. So let me go and refresh here, and this is not coming up. Then in that case, we'll give this text white is for the hyperlink. Okay, here I will provide it. Just go and refresh it here. You can see hospitals also here. Same thing, text white, I am copying it. This is actually Bootstrap code. You may wonder what I am writing it here. This is the Bootstrap code. It's easy to build applications, guys, when you know the Bootstrap. So there is a text white and text white, text white, text white. Now you can go to this and you can have the all the links here. Okay. So what I mean to say that there is a navbar, hospitals, patients, insurance companies, and staff. So this is how the screen will be there. Now what I will do, right, instead of this navbar, I'll put our company name is called the HIC. This product name is the HIC. I'll just keep it as the HIC only. Now you can go and refresh here. We have the HIC. This is the HIC project. We're actually building it. Okay. Now, okay, if I go and click this hospital, whatever the hospital information we are actually showing in the previous one, I need to show the same thing. So let me do one thing, guys. So I don't know. Okay, let me explain this way. Okay. See, every web page, okay, every web page have the two things basically, right? There is a header, okay, and there is a footer, right? There is a footer and header will be there for every page. So what I'm doing, right, the header will be there like this and footer will be there. So, and in between we have the content. This content will be changed as per the uh, respective page. As per respective page, this content will be changed. So what I'm going to do, right, this header is constant and footer is constant. Generally in the header, what will keep, right, navbar, right? It's like a menu. Menu will be there. In the footer, we generally keep like, okay, so copyright symbol, okay, all rights reserved. This is the what we have, right? All rights reserved. This is what information we have. But in the content, it will change. So in index page, the content is different. About us page content is different. Contact is different. And if tomorrow when you are working on the hospitals information is different. So every page has its own content, but the header and footer are same. So in Django also we can develop this one. So Django is saying like what is the concept, right? So you can create one common web page, create a common HTML page. So I'm just going to create here common HTML page. This common HTML page will have the both the headers and the footers, and this I will call it as the base.html. Okay. So we can say that this is the base.html. I'll keep all this information. Okay. So home page data, I will create into the home page data will be there. This I will create into the index.html. Okay. And again, there is a like hospital information. I will create another page is called the, so here hospital um, page, that is hospital.html, right? So like that, we can create here multiple HTML pages. But remember, this base.html is common for, I'm going to include this base.html here in the index.html and also in the hospital.html because I need header and footer to be common. So let me show you that one practically how it works with respect to the code. So this base.html is the main file. Here I will keep all the headers and footers, but index I will change. To work on to this one, let me take you to the here. One of the concept is called the like Django templates. So I will take you to the Django templates documentation, and here you will get some idea. If you look at this documentation, there are a lot of syntax is there here. Okay, if you want to work on the variable, actually here two curly braces, open two curly braces. So Django actually follows the its own template language called the Django template language. Okay, if you look at the Flask is actually follows the Jinja template. Of course, we also use the Jinja kind of template here, but Django uses its own template language. First of all, what is template language? Okay, so let me go to this. First big question is, what is template language, right? So what is a template language? What is a template language? This template language mainly, see, you have HTML code, right? So your browser understands only HTML code. Browser understands only HTML code. So you are writing web page, any web page you take, we are actually writing into the HTML or CSS, or we use the JavaScript or any other scripting languages we use, markup languages and scripting languages. So your browser understands only HTML code, and that is actually you write web page content using these languages, right? But if I want to bring Python object, how to bring Python object? So I want to bring this Python object in the HTML code. How to do it, guys? I want to write both HTML code and Python code in this in the HTML page. How we can write? We have to depending on the one template language. Okay, so template language is important here. So that's where like Django bot, if you want to bring any Python objects into the HTML code, then you follow the template language. So in Django, template language is actually defined with the two curly braces and one curly braces with the percentile and curly braces. So it's very simple, guys. There is a HTML page. I want to write Python code inside the HTML page. Directly, it won't allow. We need some template engine. So Django uses its own template language called the Django template language. There we use this one. So two curly braces is for the variable name, variables basically, and percentile, this is for the looping and some functionality. Okay, basically we use for the some looping or some functionality, we actually write this one. This is the two syntax only, we have it in entire Django templates. I will show you that what is that one or how to use it and all, we'll get to know in shortly. Okay, so let's go to the documentation here. So you can see here, Django template engine is one language which we can use it in the, see, this is what a Django template is the text document or Python string markup using the Django template language. So basically you are going to use this one into the HTML page itself. And you can look at here in the documentation, there are variables. Any Django variables in the HTML you define with the two curly braces open and two curly braces close. This is how we write. And also like tags, if you want to define any Django predefined tags, we can define it like this: curly braces open the percentile and any Django template tag, and we can use. But we are going to discuss complete about the tags, template tags in the maybe in the next two coming sessions, because right now our focus is not on the looking at the each and every tag at this moment, but I'm going to tell you clearly how each tag works in upcoming sessions. Okay, so remember guys, Django template language contains the variables, tags, and filters, and also we have the comments. Okay, we can write it. So but internally it uses the template engine. Okay, so but I'm going to show you each and everything in upcoming sessions. You will experience that what is this, what are the fields are there, how it works, and we'll come to know everything part. Now but for just for your information, you can see here in the left side, these are all the tags are there. Your variables, tags, filters, components, engine, template, context, and context processors, configurations, and everything. Okay, so if I go and click on these tags, and you will see these tags are there. But as similar fashion, see here also if condition is there. If you want to work on to the any conditions, control statements, we have the if condition, we can work on it. So what I will do right now, this is the base.html. I want to use it as a parent HTML, this one. So what I will do now, it's very simple guys. So this entire nav tag, I'll keep it here only. This hello world, this container is there, right? This container, inside this container, I will remove this hello world. Okay, just remember the syntax here. So percentile. So here I will write block content. So this content I am going to block for the future pages. Okay, so let me tell you what is that concept is. So this is the base.html. In the base.html, header and footer will be there, but middle of this content I will reserve for the any other pages like hospital page, patient page, or like about us page, contact us page. So I can fill this information dynamically. So this is the base.html. I am just keeping this information like this. So what I will do right now, I'll go to this templates, and I will create another file name called the index.html. So let me create now. So this is the main welcome page, guys. Base.html is for the root file, or root HTML file. I can use it for all HTMLs now because header and footer is common, right? I can't go and update all the header information every time. So what I will do, right? I'll copy this entire code and I'll go to this index.html. I don't want navbar here. I will delete because navbar is already there in the base.html, right? So don't confuse, I will tell you here. See what is there here. Let me show you. So this is the header tag, this is the body tag, this is what we have it in this HTML, right? So what I will do, right, in this body tag we have simple container. In this container I will fill saying that, okay, so h1 tag I will write, so welcome to health insurance project. Okay, I can write here health insurance claim project. So this is the what is the statement I am writing it now. So what we can do now, I want to import that what I can say that base.html here, right? To import this one, we can put the percentile. So this is basically extends. So extends, and we can write here the base.html because both are in the same directory. So that is the reason I'm mentioning it here. Okay, so like this. So what actually we are trying to achieve it, there is one parent HTML file. In that we'll keep header and footer, and we are importing that one by using the extends keyword, extends the base.html, and we are using it. So this content is already we blocked into the base.html. Here we blocked. We are not writing anything. This is completely reserved for the future pages. So I will go to the now index.html. I fill this, but here navbar is not required because we are navbar is already there in the previous base.html. Tomorrow if you develop any new page and we don't need navbar and footer because we are going to use this that base.html like this. So better you can keep this one into the first what I can say that first line of the code of the HTML. That is a way we need to mention it. Now, what we can do, there are simple changes we have to do it here. Go to this the views. We actually given in this index file base.html, but whenever user clicks this page, it should be open the index.html only. Okay, so now I'm going to refresh our page and you don't see any issues here, right? It is coming up, right? Tomorrow if I'm going to use the healthcare project, no problem guys, I'll keep that healthcare information. So this base.html I will import, I can use it. So again I'm repeating here, so we are using the base.html is the common html page for all the htmls. In the base.htmls I will keep this one is the navbar. Okay, and also if you want to footer also we can keep it here. For example here I am going to put the footer, and we can write here, and this one is the class. Okay, mm, class is equal to, we can define the something called empty, so margin top 5 or 4 we can give, and inside this we can write here ampersand copy. Okay, this is the copy symbol. Okay, copy, and all rights reserved, right? All rights reserved. Okay, something like this. Let me write all rights reserved, and this is the 2021, and this is which website it is. For example, hic.com. Okay, and this is how we can define it, right? If I go back to this web application, you can see all rights reserved, right? So you want to keep this entire this whole thing into the containers, we can keep it here also, just like this. It's a simple code only I'm writing here. Just you can see all rights reserved. There is no any much content here. If you want to write some content, you can write. Okay, so this is how we can define the copyright symbol. So 2021 hic.com and all rights reserved. Better this one I will give here. So this is enough. Okay. Okay, so we are done this one. So I will move on to the, so when I click the hospitals, I need to show the all hospital information. Okay, so let me show that one as well now. So I'm closing everything guys. Let me close everything. Okay, and don't confuse. This is the base app, HIC, hospital, like this we have, right? So what I'm going to do, right, when I go and click this hospitals, I want to show the all the hospital information on the screen. So what I will do now, so we already go to this app, hospital app, go to this models. We have already these models. We are not going to touch anything at this moment in this updates, but I will use something called views. So what I'm going to do, right, we have the data in the database. So, okay, I'm going to write a Django view. It's nothing but a function, Django view, okay, which I am returning in using function based views. So there are two types of the views, class based views and function based views. I'm writing this one. So I'm going to write Django view to pull all data from the hospital table, right? This is what I am doing it now. So let me do it here. Okay. So yeah, this is the one. So I'm going to write a Django view, okay, to pull all data from the hospital table. So what I will do now, I'm going to create a view. So it's a Django view, guys. When I can say Django view, when you keep the first parameter is the request, then we can say like this, okay, get hospitals. Okay, get hospitals. So here I'm just going to give the request object, and this is the Django view basically. So whenever you give the first parameter is the request, that is something is called as a Django view. So in the views.py, so what I'm going to do, right, I'm going to write model query here. Okay, so write model query. The model query is nothing but, so get the data from, okay, so we need to get the data from the model itself. So model is actually like, what is the model name? So we need to import the model here. So I'm just writing here, import the model. Okay. So import the model. So how to import the model? You already in the current directory. I'm going to use this one dot and the models, and we can use the import command. And in these models, you see that there is a hospital. So I need to bring it up this one. Okay. So I'm going to enter the tab. So or control enter, you'll get the all the list of models here. So I'm selecting the hospital here. So now I'm going to get this data from this hospital. So what is the command, guys? So hospital dot, and we can say that we have to get all the data objects, all the objects, okay, and dot all, okay. Don't worry, I have separate session for the model queries. So just I'm showing now how we can pull the data, but after that we are going to look into the model queries completely for the 2 or 3 days, and again I'm going to sit with you for the templates another 2 or 3 days. Don't worry. Now I'm trying to pull all the hospital information. This is the model query. This query is actually nothing but in the backend, it is actually like a select. So this is a what here? Select star from, and what is the table name, guys? Table name is always in the Django. We use the app name. So table name is like this, right? Hospital underscore and again hospital. This is actually the table name, right? The hospital is the app name. Again, another hospital is it is there, that is called, it is the model name. So table is created like this. You can verify the yesterday's recording also. You can understand it. So select star from the hospital underscore hospital. Now what I will do, right? I'll give a variable. It's called is the all hospitals. Okay. So this is where this is the query where we can bring the data and in from the database itself. So I want to return this data to the HTML page. So what I will do, right? Return, and we can use the render, and so basically, so return render is the function. Okay. So we already having the render by default, which is imported into the views.py. Automatically, we don't need to write this one. This is available in the from the Django.shortcuts import render. So now this render page I'm giving here, first one is always request. Render of first parameter is always request, and the second parameter is HTML page. I want to render this information, hospital informations, to the hospitals.html, and after that, what information I need to send? I need to send the dictionary here, so I can keep this one is the hospitals is the value. So this is the dictionary value which I'm going to send it here, and I'm going to keep another name here, that's something called key. I'm just writing it like this. Okay. So what I mean to say that, guys, this hospitals key is I'm assigning this entire data to this key. I'm going to use this key in this HTML page to display this hospital information, right? This is a simple Django view to pull all the hospitals or all the data from the table. Now what I will do, guys, I will go to now directly this urls.py. Okay, so I'm not created the urls.py. I'm going to create urls.py. First you can ask the question why we need urls.py. So let me go to the keynote here. So not this keynote, and I will go to the documentation part. So let me show you this one. Okay, just 1 second. I'm just going to show you just 1 second, guys, because yeah, that's some content. So basically we need urls.py, guys. Okay, so just give me a second. Okay, so this is the diagram. You can look at this diagram. We definitely need URLs, guys. We need URLs here. So without URLs, you see, you already done with the model. You already done with the views. But without URLs, we cannot navigate in the Django. We need definitely a URLs.py. So for each and every app, we need to create URLs.py. For base app, URLs.py. Hospitals, one URLs.py, and users is one app url.py, patients also urls.py. So we need urls.py. So what I will do now, I'll go to this hospitals. Now I'll create now new file name called urls.py, because Django won't provide this urls.py for app creation. Okay, for when you are creating an app, urls.py won't be created, so we have to create this urls.py. So what I will do, right, I will go to the main app urls. So in the main app urls, I will copy this code only. Okay, only this code I will copy. Okay, just go to now, you can keep this code here, and you remove all the thing here. We don't want this, and even we don't want this, just leave it. And even this, okay, when I'm going to do with this is also not required. Which one? This whole thing is not required. These settings are not required. This admin is not required, but we need a path here. Of course, include is not required. This path is enough. Okay, so what I will do right now, I'm going to, okay, import the, so see, remember in this diagram from the URLs, we are moving to the views. So definitely we need to import via views. Don't confuse. See, to understand the Django very well, you have to follow this documentation, especially this diagram, right? You can see here, main app URL. From the main app URLs, we are going to the, navigating to the any app URL. From the any app URLs to the, like that app related views. Views are nothing but controllers. From there, we are moving to the models and templates. That is what actually I'm doing it now. We can see the flow here. So this is the urls.py. In this urls.py, I have to move to the views, right? So dot import, and I'm just saying that is the views. Okay, so in this views, so what I will do, right, I'll create a path here. The path is already inputted here. So this is the path we need to tell to the Django which view I need to navigate it here, right? So Django will come to this path, Django server. From this path to which view I need to go to this. So that actually 3 parameters are there. This path will take the 3 parameters. So those 3 parameters, one is the 3 parameters will take here. The first parameter is that the path name. So next parameter is like view name. Okay, and third parameter is the last one, that is the URL name. Okay, these are the totally 3 actually parameters will take. So I'm just giving the path here. It is a URL, I mean actual path. In the browser we'll give the path, right? That path. So it is an hospitals, right? We'll give this one hospitals data, or we can say slash, and we can put the comma here. And already we inputted this views dot, and which view you created, guys? Is there any view you created here? So if you go to this one, okay, if you can go to this one, control enter. Is there any view we created? We created the view right here. The view name is the get hospitals. So just go to here and give this name is the get hospitals. Okay, so next one is, what is the next one, guys? Anybody tell me? Basically, this one is not required. Okay, so you can just give it is like this also. I think this is the correct one, right? So this URL patterns is not required. You can give now. So we can go to this hospitals. This will show you. Okay. So previous one is not required, by mistake I added. So path of hospitals data and view start get hospitals. The last one is the URL name. So I'm saying that all hospitals. Any name we can give this one, but this name is very important to navigate the data. So we are done. See, I will tell you how the flow goes. So first we need to import these URLs into this main app URL. Every URLs, any app URL we need to import here. That's where this will come. I'm using this path again. Previously we are done with the base app URL. Now what I'm going to do, right, I'm creating one more path here. I will explain you this one now, how this URLs works. So let me give the first one, hospitals. Any name you can give here, hospitals slash, then we can go for the, so include function here. So we are including the main, that what I can say hospital URL here. So I will put here is the hospital here. Okay. So don't confuse, guys. What we are saying to the Django, hey Django, this is the main Django URL, right? HIC is the main Django URL. In the Django URL, we are navigating to the different apps. Okay, here we are navigating to the admin screen. If you're not giving anything, that is the home page. And if you give something like this is moving to the hospital's data. And tomorrow I will add something which is related to the patients. I will add something which is related to the insurance companies. And we can add that there is so many things we can add it here, right? So many things we can basically add it here. So what I mean to say that when you are creating any other URLs, we need to include, this is the app URLs. Those app URLs should be registered here. So all app, okay, your project apps, so your project apps should be registered, okay, in main app URLs. Okay, main app URLs. This is how it is. So if you look at this diagram, this is the main app URL. All these URLs should be registered, interlinked with this one. Okay, so we have the users, base app, hospitals, and all. So what I mean to say this, guys. So main Django will come to this HIC urls.py. From here, it will go to the hospitals. From the hospitals, it will go to the URLs. In this URLs, it will go to the views. In the views, it will go to the model. So that is how this model is we already written. It is how the navigation goes. Okay. So this is the only the logic we need to keep in our mind. Okay. Now we are done this almost all, but I want to render this one to the HTML page. I need to create this HTML page. What I will do, right? I'll go to the base app and there is a templates. I'll keep all the HTML files here only, guys. So I'm just creating here hospitals.html. What I will do, right? Uh, Already in this index.html there is a code. I'm just going to copy paste this one. I'll keep it here in the hospitals.html. I don't want this welcome screen. Okay, this one I will change this one to the node all hospitals information. Okay, hospitals can say like this, and instead of h1 tag I will give the h4 tag. So there are header tags from the 1 to 6. I'll give this one. This is how it is there, right? So this is like title also. I'm going to change this one. So hospital data, okay, or insurance hospital data. We can say that, okay. Insurance, spelling is wrong again. Insurance hospital data. Okay, this is fine. Now I want to display the data now, guys. Okay, so displaying the data, what I will do, right, I will keep it into the very nice format. I will go to the Bootstrap. Okay, you can go to the Bootstrap. So before that, let me show you how to navigate to this page. This is the page, right? This is HTML page. So if I go to this screen, our page here in this, if I click the hospitals, I need to navigate to this hospitals information. How to do it, guys? Very simple. You go to the base.html. Here in the nav bars, we have the links, especially for the hospitals here. In these hospitals, you can give this curl braces open and percentile and curl braces close. There is only two syntax in the Django templates, two curl braces and curl braces inside the percentile like this. So I'm going to give now URL name. So URL slash this one. URL name we already created in the views. If you go to the views here, okay, not views, sorry, the URLs, you can main app URL. This is the view. This is the URL name, right? So here actually in the urls.py, we already given the URL name. The same URL name I'm going to copy now. Again, I'm repeating, guys, in the base.html, we need to provide the URL. Whenever you click the hospitals, it should be displayed. That URL name is actually given in the like hospitals urls.py. In this, there is a URL name. This URL name, I'm going to give it here. Okay, it just give it directly without any changes. This is what I'm doing it. Now what I will do, right, I'll go to the refresh the page. Okay, so let it be. Okay, let me see this. Is there any issues or exceptions? Okay. What is happening here? Health insurance project does not appear in the right way. You see valid pattern. Okay, might be there is some issue with we are not given the slash somewhere. So let me go to now. What is happening here? Main app URLs is there. That is fine. I'll go to now. Okay, this HIC is HIC. Okay, what is the problem, guys? Include hospitals.urls is everything is fine, but what is the problem? So module hospitals.urls, health insurance hospitals does not appear to have any patterns in it. If you see, okay, so maybe this is invalid pattern. Okay, all hospitals only, right? Oh, okay, okay, fine. Here name is equal to we need to mention, guys. Okay. I understand the bug. Okay, your URL names we need to mention. So I'm just giving, I'm not giving the name. So let me go and execute again. We'll see this. Okay, still it is coming up. Okay, name is equal to URLs. Let me fix this issue. Okay, this is the URLs, we have it. Let me close this. I'm closing everything. Okay, so we have the main URLs. This is the hospitals. This is fine. We'll go to this include hospitals.urls, saying that does not appear to have any pattern in it. If you see the valid pattern in this file caused by import. So there is something gone wrong. 1 second. Okay, I'll go to this URLs. Here is all hospitals. I'm giving this one only. Okay, this slash is required. Okay, just okay. For time being, I'm not going to give this one. I can give just 1 second, guys. The base app URL. This is the URL name. Is the correct one only. I'm giving the correct URL only. Okay, so just give me a second. So let me go and refresh it. It's not about issue with that case, so I'll keep it as it is here. I understand that basically. So this is the one saying that in the URLs dot py. Just 1 second, guys. I'm just okay going to fix this. What happened to this? Just give me a sec. Actually, what I did mistake is this URL pattern should be there. I removed it. That's my bad. Okay. Yeah, done. Okay, so this is closed. Now I'm going to execute this, guys. So issue is, let me tell you, I actually deleted this one by mistake. Okay, so URL patterns is equal to square bracket. I mean, this is the list. We need to keep all the path in the list. So actually I deleted, but anyway, so we can just keep this URL patterns here. Then we can pass the parameters. If I go and click this hospitals link, you will see the hospitals information. So in similar fashion, you can go to the base.html and we have here hospitals, right? Here I need to give an index here. So whenever the users click on the home page, so that will go to the home. Here I will give the name of the index is, you can go to the base app.urls. We are giving the name is the index. Same name I'm going to copy paste here, and this index will come here, right? So here the percentile URLs dot index and percentile this one. This is fine now. I'll refresh the page. Whenever you click the HIC, it will go to the home page. When you click the hospitals, it will go to the hospitals. Again, you click you can click on the HIC like this. So it is navigating here. Only header and footer is fixed. Okay. Only middle data will be changed. Now I want to display the data, guys. Okay. So display the data. You can go to the very simple closing everything here. In my case, go to that Bootstrap. You can take anything. So I'm using the Bootstrap tables. You just enter in this Bootstrap tables. I will take the copy this data. I am going to display the very nice one. So let me take this copy this data. I'll go back to this hospitals. This is a Bootstrap basically. It is a like HTML CSS framework. Already ready-made code is available, especially for when you are working on to the like designing the pages and all. Some code which is available we can customize also. Now I'm going to copy this table data. You just go to this what I can say that the HTML page you created here, hospitals.html. So here inside, after this I'm going to write here, just going to put this one is copy paste after the, so after this hospitals title I am writing it here. So very simple, guys. Let me show you. This is the header tag. This is the div tag, and this is the scripts also there, right? In div tag, I have the this table basically. So this table is there. This table contains the, again now there is a rows, and this is actual table header, right? If I go back to the screen and refresh the page which you are developing it, you refresh the page, you can see this information. So here I have the dummy data. I want to put the data from the database. So what I will do now, I'm going to use it like this. This is the first one. I will use it as the hospital logo. So I will say that logo, and here the hospital name. So I will use that one hospital. What else is there, guys? If you go to the models here in this, we have hospital. Okay, category also we have it. So we can display the category here. So which category which is comes to here, the category. So I am displaying all the information now. So one more th I'm going to take it here. So it's not what else we can keep it here. Address and address is fine now. Okay, I will take the address and we'll keep it here. Last one is the address. Okay, so now if I go to this refresh this, I mean save this file and go to the page, you can see this. There is a logo, name, category and address. But here it is like some dummy data is there. I don't want dummy data. So what I will do, right, so these rows, there is a row 2 and row 3. This I will delete it now. Okay, so I will add one more td here. Let it be add. This is something like this. Now I'm going to refresh the page. You can see here there is a very simple, this is how data is there, but this data still it is a dummy. I will pull this data from the database now. Okay, it's a very simple. So this tr is nothing but table row. Okay, tr is nothing but table row, th is nothing but table head, and td is nothing but table data, right? Now what I can do now, so I will use this Django code. Okay, it's a Django template code, and percentile I will use the for loop, and here I need to navigate to the each hospital. Okay, and in where this hospital information is there, you just go to the views of the hospitals. You are actually rendering to this HTML page with this data, right? So what you are doing it, guys, you are actually pulling the data from the model. That model data you are keeping into the key. This key I will give it to this HTML page, because this key is holding the all hospitals information. So now I will take to this hospitals.html. Here I'm going to navigate this one, right? So where this key is there, this key is actually from the views. In this views, this all hospitals information is there. Then I will take it into this all hospitals underscore key, and I will send it to this hospitals.html page. Then you can see this one. Now I will close this for loop here. Okay. Now you can use this percentile, and just you can give this end for. What I'm doing it basically, I'm doing it like looping this t row. This is a row. If it is one hospital is there, one row will be shown. If it is two hospital, two rows will be shown. If three hospital, three. If it is 100 hospitals is there, it will loop. This tr will be looped into the 100 times. 100 hospitals information is going to be shown. Basically we are looping this data. Okay, so how many times it's basically in the database, how much data is there, that many rows it will be created dynamically. This is called Django template code. Okay, we are writing the Python code inside the HTML. That is the use of the Django template. Now what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to replace this data. So the first, you can see here, the first one I want image here. So you can see here is the logo. I want to display the image. Here is there is a name. I want to display the name. So okay, let's go and do now. So anything if you want to display, you can write here. The variable names is like this. So here the iteration variable is the each hospital. We can give this each hospital dot, and it is the image dot and URL. You can ask me the question, what is the image? You go to this okay, let me open the base.html. These are the column names we are giving here. So here, okay, logo, sorry, we are giving the logo. We have to give the same name here in the hospitals.html. So we have the key, and this is their logo.url, because in the database it stores as the URL, guys. Okay, so next again here curl braces open, because we are giving the variable name. Again this each hospital, this hospital is holding the name. So let's go now. We are printing the hospital name here. Just go to the models, you copy this name. You have to give the same name of the model field. So name. So shall I show you that one data? You can go and refresh here. You can see. Okay, so end for spelling is wrong here. So because I've given the, you can also see exceptions are showing very clearly. If you look at here, I've given the end again one more D, that is wrong. So we need to give the exact. So if this for loop is opened here, we need to close the for loop by using the end function. So we can close this. So open now, refresh the page, and you can go to now. Again, it's saying this. So URLs that all hospitals, there is some issues there here. Do you know logo attribute and all? Especially when it comes to this one. This I'm going to put for time being is in the comment section. Let me go and refresh it again. So you're still seeing an error. Error is, let me fix that error also. What is this error? Saying that URL all hospitals, and because of this, okay, what is this saying? This logo attribute has no file. Yes. So in our database, there is no data for the hospitals. We need to create a logo for this because one of the image is not there. So it is trying to find it. Yesterday, we filled only images for the one data. Now what I will do, guys, I'll go to this, our website, and I'll add some data there. Okay. So now /admin. So let me show you this, because error which I got because of there is no images found for the two hospitals. Okay, while it is displaying it. Now I'm going to now admin screen. I will add some images there. So only two images we need to add. So go to this hospitals, and I think in the Manipal hospitals, yeah, there is no image here. I'm going to add some images. So let me go to that. Sorry, let me go to now. Okay, any images we can have. Okay, so for example, I'm going to add this one. So you can save this one. Okay, and also New Delhi Government Hospital. This also not having the image, guys. I'll go now add some images here. Okay, or else we'll go to the. I was trying to find some images. Okay, so let me add some images. I'm just going to click on it. Okay, so now I'll go to this one. This is correct now. There is an images. So I'll go to the site, click on the view site, go to the hospitals. Now you can see that images URLs is printing here, but I will tell you that how to display this image. Okay, because you are just simply displaying the content here, but I want to display the image. So if you want to display the image, so same code we need to write with image tag, right? In Python, we actually use the image tag. So shall I use the image tag here? So sorry, in the HTML. So image src is equal to, then you can give this path, guys. This is the URL you need to give this one because it is an image, right? Otherwise it will print it as a data. So what I will do now, this, so this will, I will print it as an image. So now you can close this. Okay. Now I will go to this website and refresh the page. You can see there is a big image is showing it here, but I don't want that big image. I'll give now very simple width. So width is equal to 200 pixels and height is equal to again 200 pixels. So we can just give here. Okay. So 200 pixels and 200 pixels, right? Something like this. Just go and refresh the page here. You can see these are the images. Still, if you think it is not good enough, then we can change this one to the 150. So height is 150. I am just changing it. And also like we can give this one, we can see. So this is the Bolinin Hospital, Hyderabad, Manipal Hospital, and New Delhi Hospital. But tomorrow I will change these images, the exact images. I will keep it now. We'll understand in that case, right? So now you can look at here. Now this hospital name is there. I want to display the, okay, open this curl braces, close, and open this curl braces and close. Okay, and here, so each hospital name we have printed, I want to print category here, or I want to print what is the next in the category. So I'll go to the models. I'll use this category field name. Go to now hospitals.html. We just provide it here. Okay. Again, you can use the same thing. Each hospital, spelling is wrong here. Each hospital, just give the each hospital name dot and give the name here. What is the name here? Address we want to print. Go to the models, give the exact name here. So use this address and you just print that address there. Right? I'll go to the and refresh the page. Let's see this. We are getting the correct information or not. Yes, we are getting the correct information. And if you think this image is something which is not shown correctly in the all the mobile devices, or like in other, it is not, maybe you think it is not responsive, then we can give, there is a predefined class name is there. To make it image is the responsive, just you can give the class. So inside the class, we can say something called image fluid. So it means your image will show perfectly with the same resolution, whichever the device you use. Okay. Now I'm going to refresh the page. This is little sync now. This is the data, right? So we have the logo of the hospitals, we have the name, we have the category, we have the address. So tomorrow, if you add the new address, it will be shown here. So hospitals, anything which you share, which you share, it will be shown. So similarly, I will create the patients. I will add, but I will provide the extra features in the patients, guys. Okay. So this is how we can display the hospital informations. For example, this you want very look and nice. So I will keep it this one into the. Okay, I'm just going to just giving the margin, nothing much. Okay, this is how it works, guys. You can see here all the hospitals information is there. There is a logo and all. If you think, hey Raja, this 1111 is coming up, I want to some sequence number. I will tell you that one how to make this sequence number. Django itself is providing the some sequence number, and when you are circulating it, I will tell you just you can keep it and note this one. This 111 is showing up, but I want to automatically give the number here incremented order that we can discuss in the upcoming sessions. Okay, so try to practice this one, guys. Okay, and tomorrow we are going to create patients information, and in that I'm going to tell you a lot of things. Okay, so similar way we'll display the patients, but not the complete details, but not in this horizontal way, and different way we'll display it, and we'll show you that how to if you click the any patient information, we have to show the complete description about the patient, right? So we are connecting tomorrow again same time, and we are going to experience that how to create complete details of the templates. Okay, so this is just like an overview how to pull the data from the database. And the last one thing, you just take a note. Okay, so how this Django works, I will tell you last. This is very important. If anybody is confused you, if anything anybody is confused here, very simple, guys, I will show you. So here's the last slide I want to show you. Okay, so assume that first, whenever you run the server, that main controller will go to the manage.py. So first file is the manage.py. From the manage.py, it will go to the settings.py. So settings.py. From the settings.py, where is the settings.py? Which is there in the HIC folder and settings. So it will go to the HIC folder, there is a settings. From the settings.py, it will go to the URLs. In this HIC URLs, this is the one. From this URLs, it will go to the which app you want to go. Is it hospital? Is it admin? Is it something like main page? So, okay, if you say if you're clicking anything which is related to the hospital, then it will go to the hospitals dot URLs. So again, from this, it will go to the hospitals. There is a URLs. From this hospitals, it will go to the views. From the views, it will try to fetch the data from the model which you already created here. This model, which is actually integrated with the database. This is the flow. Okay, so just simply I'm writing it once again. Just keep a note. This is the final notes, guys. For example, notes.txt. I'm just writing this notes. This is really useful. Last one. So what I mean to say that, guys, the first one is it will be manage.py. First file is the manage.py. So then it will go to the settings.py. From the settings.py, it will move to the main app urls.py. Okay, main app urls.py. From this, it will go to the any app. So any app urls.py. So from there, okay, I'm just writing it like that. You can understand in better way. So any app URLs. From the any app URLs, it will go to the respective view, because it will go to the views. So in this views, it will go to the models. In the models, it will fetch the data from database. This is how it works. Okay, this is how it works, guys. So this is what we need to keep in your mind always. Manage.py, settings.py, main app.urls.py, any app urls.py, the views, from the views it will go to the models, and from the models it will fetch the data, and finally it will render the data into the HTML pages. This all drama is going on here in the Django. As simple as, okay, just keep this flow in your mind, and we are connecting again tomorrow to work on to the patients, and we'll see some more extra features. I'll deep dive into the model queries. As of now, simple model query I have written, but I will talk much more about tomorrow. We are going to experience the in-depth of concepts from tomorrow, especially on the models and templates. I will take another 3-4 sessions to deep dive into the concepts. Okay. I hope you understand these concepts. If you have any questions, you can reach me out, and I will help you on that matter. Okay. Thank you so much for watching this session. I will catch up tomorrow morning.